I think it's time for us to not blame EA every time our game's broken. Now, I do understand that Sims 4 updates are a cause of some of our issues that we're having with our game, but let's be real here. A lot of us, we use mods that definitely will break our game. So before we kind of jump on the bandwagon of, saying another update's breaking our game, let's just take a step back real quick and just see exactly why our game's broken. Now, a lot of people have actually reached out to me and they were like, I can't open my game, or I can't get to a specific world, or my Sims are doing this, or prom's not doing this, or I can't get to graduation. My honest opinion about everything is just take your mods out first, play the game in a new save file, just to see if your game plays smoothly. Because keep in mind, if you got mods in your game, your mods are probably going to get broken, because when there's a new Sims 4 update, it's probably doing some coding or some programming that's probably going to mess up our mods. So let's just take our mods out and then also use the game the way it's supposed to be played, just to see if it's functioning. Once we do that, go to the websites. For example, just yesterday, August 31st, MC Command Center sent us a new update. UI Cheats Extension Mod sent us an update. So if you're having issues with the UI, or if you're having any type of issues where something isn't working properly, maybe it's your MC Command Center is out of date, or maybe it's your UI extensions mod out of date. So let's just make sure we go to our trusted websites where we get our mods and make sure that things are good to go. Big shout out to it's Troy. She's really good at letting us know if mods are broken, what needs to be updated, and what has been updated. So just make sure you're checking your mods, finding lists that might show the most current mods and stuff like that here on the World Wide Web. Now again, I'm not taking up for EA or Max's when it comes to how broken the game is, because we still do have issues. I mean, I'm still having issues with my wedding stories, and before this actual update, we were having issues with Get to Work. So, of course, there are some bugs and glitches in the game, so don't get me wrong, but a lot of the new glitches we're getting, I feel like it could be because of our mods. So just make sure you double check your mods, maybe try to open up a new save file, disable your mods, just so that you can see exactly what's functioning right and what's not functioning right. So then that way we know exactly what is glitchy and what's not glitchy. Now I have MC Command Center and UI Cheats back in my game, and I have noticed that it's a little laggy a little bit, but I don't know if it's because of the mods, or if it's just because the game in general, or if it's just because of my memory. And keep in mind, when you have mods or when you have CC, it's going to slow and lag your game even more. Now by definition, here's what a mod is. So by definition, a mod is short for modification. Mods are used to alter one or some of a game's features, or even to introduce new ones. Mods are a form of custom content in that they must be downloaded and their files must be placed properly. So basically, mods mainly alter gameplay values or add, change already existing features. For example, there's a mod where children can cook, or teenagers can woohoo and become pregnant. This is altering the already existing game. So if it's altering a game, there's obviously going to be some new additional programming and coding that may or may not slow your game down. So keep that in mind when you're adding new mods. So here are some dangers using mods according to the sims.fandom.com. Some mods can corrupt objects or even cause malfunctions in the game code, resulting in one or more of the neighborhoods disappearing, which requires the game to be reinstalled completely. Some mods can also cause a game crash or save game error. So again, you're modifying an already existing game by using mods, hence modification. So I just wanted to throw a few of those little ideas out there and explain what a mod is to those who may or may not actually understand what a mod actually does to your game. I also want to encourage you guys to try to just create a new save file and use that every time there's a new base game update. So when you do disable your mods or take your mods out of your game, you can at least be able to play the game and see if it's actually a playable game. Now keep in mind, there are some bugs and glitches that still need to be fixed. We're hoping that the Sims team are aware of this and are working on it. But keep in mind, there's also a couple other issues that I think is probably because of the mods that we're using that could be out of date, or just could be just giving us problems in general. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. And I know I'm probably going to get a little hate on this one, but let's just be mindful, be respectful for people in the comments, because everybody's comments are probably going to be different. And I understand that, we're really trying to push the idea and the concept of EA, maybe working on fixing the game in its entirety versus giving us a lot of new content. Now it's taken a while. It's taken almost a month just for us to get this new base game update. But I'm very grateful that they're at least trying, and hopefully they can continue to work on the bugs and fixes. And I understand that they do have to keep pushing out new content because of whatever like contracts or whatever they might have with EA. I'm talking about maxes with EA. So I don't have anything to tell you about that because that's nothing that I know about. But when we see these new kits get dropped and, you know, the game's broken, it does, you know, make us feel a certain way. And we have every right to feel that way. And I just want to let y'all know that there's probably a reason why they're still dropping kits, because obviously there's a timeline and all that they have to drop certain things. There's quarterly things that they have to do because, again, it's a business and they have to keep moving forward. But it would be nice for them to slow it down just a tiny bit just to make us simmers a little bit happy. Again, I'm not taking sides, but I'm just trying to make sure that we realize that we could be potentially breaking our own game as well. With that being said, make sure you keep your plumb bob green. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Dag dag.